I've altered the camera angle a little bit, but I'm really paranoid now that there's something embarrassing in my room that I don't realise you can see. Ugh, whatever. Basically, I haven't done a review in a while because after I finished my Birdman review, I just went to see Birdman again. And then a few days after that, I went to see Birdman again. I don't think you realise how much I like that film. Anyway, Kingsman. The main thing that caught my attention about Kingsman before it came out is that it's directed by Matthew Vaughn, who also made Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass is one of my favourite films. Yes, that movie is very cheesy and very over the top pretty much all the way through, but it's based on a comic book, it's kind of meant to be. And I just have a lot of fun every time I watch it, so naturally I wanted to see if I would have the same kind of fun watching Kingsman. In Kingsman: The Secret Service, we're introduced to Eggsy, played by Taron Egerton, who, despite getting some really good grades in school, has been put a bit off course in life. He's become a bit of a delinquent, a bit of a chav. But then Colin Firth comes along and gives him the opportunity to become a secret agent. Alright, a character played by Colin Firth, you know what I mean. One thing I've realised about Matthew Vaughn after seeing this film is that he really doesn't like to dance around what genre his movies are. It's like, okay, Kick-Ass, superhero movie, Kingsman, spy movie. While a lot of directors will try to resist the kind of cliches and tropes that come with the genre of film they're making, Matthew Vaughn relishes in them. You can just tell he enjoys the kind of film he's making, and that's what makes his films so much fun to watch. Kingsman is essentially one big callback to the classic spy films of the 70s, 80s and 90s, and the 2000s, I guess, just spy movies in general, really. I don't know if I would call it a parody of the spy genre, but there are definitely satirical elements in the film. I think that's part of what makes it so good though, really, is that it doesn't just mock the spy movie tropes, it celebrates them, the same way Kick-Ass celebrated the superhero movie. Like, I haven't actually watched that many spy movies before, but I'll tell you what, this film kind of made me want to. Something that really stuck out in this film, to me, in a good way, is the way Matthew Vaughn directs action and fighting scenes. The reason action, and especially fighting scenes, can be so hard to shoot is that unless your actor is an actual fighter or martial artist, it's the job of the director or the cinematographer to make the fighting look more real than it actually is through use of things like quick camera movement. The problem with this is that so many directors take it way too overboard, to the point where you can't see what the fuck's going on in the film. Matthew Vaughn manages to find just the right amount of movement so that you can still see the film, but Colin Firth looks like an absolute super soldier. I also liked how they handled the main character's intelligence. You can tell they could have easily tripled the amount of jokes based on how stupid he is, but they didn't, and I like that they showed some restraint. Eggsy is very much a commoner, but he's not a complete moron. Samuel L. Jackson is also in the film, and he has a lisp, which is fine. I get it, you want to distinguish him from the million other Sam Jackson characters, but he kinda loses it at a few points. Like, a normal S sound will just slip by among all the TH sounds, and it kind of makes me wonder how none of the editors noticed, but that's a minor complaint. My one other gripe with the film is that there is way too much goreless gore violence, by which I mean there are a lot of points in the film where something happens which would usually create a lot of blood, and there just isn't any. And sometimes there is some blood, it's just painfully obvious that there should be a lot more. All in all though, Kingsman is a pretty damn solid movie. It's goofy, it's over the top, but if you like that sort of thing as I do, definitely check this one out. But as always lads, my name is Caleb Lawlor. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you motherfuckers in a few days. Blah! Oh, I don't know.